as I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. You know, he won't speak to me because of this security stuff.
Prince Harry has opened his mouth again, and this time the fallout is brutal. In a bombshell interview from California, Harry claimed his father, King Charles III, won't even speak to him anymore, and then dropped the line that sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace. He said, "I don't know how long my father has." That's right. While the king is still undergoing treatment for cancer and trying to serve the nation with a full schedule of public duties, his youngest son, thousands of miles away, decided now was the time to air out their fractured relationship once more. And not just with any comment, with one that practically forecasts his father's death. And to say the public is divided? That would be an understatement. Because while Harry framed his words as emotional honesty, others are calling it cold, manipulative, and even vengeful. Some are even dragging Meghan Markle in the mix, and when that happens, we all know it's going to be a mess. Now, how did the royal family react? Let's find out. This interview comes just days after Prince Harry lost a long-running legal battle to get taxpayer-funded police protection in the UK. And remember, that was a messy one.
A British judge has ruled against Prince Harry and his appeal to reinstate security for himself and his family during visits to the UK.
The court made it very clear. Since Harry and Meghan stepped back from senior royal duties in 2020 and moved to California, they are not entitled to the same level of public-funded security as working royals. But Harry didn't take the loss quietly. He said the decision left him feeling betrayed, that he never imagined the family he was born into, the family meant to protect him, would choose politics over personal safety.
Obviously, pretty gutted about the decision. We thought it was going to go our way, but it certainly has proven that there was no way to win this through the courts. Wish someone had told me that beforehand. Yeah, the decision has been a surprise as well as not a surprise. For the time being, it's impossible for me to take my family back to the UK.
And he insists the king, his own father, has the power to fix it, but won't even return his calls. Now here's where things spiral, because instead of keeping the focus on the legal debate, Harry made it personal. In speaking about their estrangement, he dropped the statement that he doesn't know how long the king has left to live. And just like that, the narrative shifted, from a fight over security to a royal son seemingly weaponizing his father's illness.
Prince Harry has been criticised for adding to speculation on the king's health after saying he doesn't know how much longer his father has left.
Timing matters, and this couldn't have come at a worse moment. King Charles, now 76, is still actively undergoing cancer treatment. While the palace has not revealed what type of cancer he has, the king has made rare and emotional public statements about how daunting and frightening the diagnosis has been. But instead of rallying behind his father, or even showing quiet support, Harry chose to resurface their long-standing feud during one of the most vulnerable periods of Charles's life. Many saw it as a new low in the ongoing war between Harry and the House of Windsor. But this isn't the first time Harry's scorched earth tactics have landed poorly. Let's not forget, this all began long before the security debate. Since stepping down from royal duties in early 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have released a string of highly publicized content painting the royal family in a deeply unflattering light. From their explosive Oprah interview to the 6-part Netflix docuseries, and of course Harry's memoir, Spare, each release has widened the gulf between them and the palace.
How do you feel about the palace hearing you speak your truth today?
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods about us. And if that comes with risk of losing things, I mean, there's a lot that's been lost already.
And Spare, in particular, that book blew up everything. In it, Harry accused his brother, Prince William, of physically attacking him during a dispute over Meghan.
Your arguments with your brother became physical.
It was a build-up of frustration, I think, on his part. It was at a time where he was being told certain things by people within his office, and at the same time he was consuming a lot of the tabloid press, a lot of the stories. and he had a few issues.
He claimed Queen Camilla leaked private conversations to the press to boost her image. He accused the palace of planting stories against him. And in one particularly revealing chapter, he said King Charles once joked that Harry wasn't his real son. Whether true or not, it was a page-by-page dismantling of his family's reputation. So, is it any surprise that reconciliation seems impossible? During his latest interview, Harry admits that some members of his family will never forgive him. And he's probably right.
Of course, some members of my family will never forgive me for writing a book. Of course, they will never forgive me for lots of things.
Reports have indicated for months that William has no intention of speaking to his brother. And Charles? Sources say he still holds out hope, but actions like this are making it harder and harder to rebuild any trust. Even the late Queen Elizabeth II reportedly had serious concerns before her passing. According to multiple royal commentators, she was deeply hurt by the way Harry handled his grievances, and was particularly upset by the timing of the Oprah interview, which aired while Prince Philip was in the hospital. Let's be clear, Harry has every right to tell his side of the story. No one is denying that. But when you drag your family repeatedly during some of the most delicate and painful moments of their lives, people start to question your motives, and that's exactly what's happening now. Critics say Harry's emotional appeal about his father's potential death wasn't about healing, it was about pressure. An attempt to guilt the palace into reinstating his royal perks while also painting himself as the wounded son. And the irony? He also claims to want reconciliation.
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious.
He spoke about truth and forgiveness, referencing lessons he said he learned through the Invictus Games and conversations with First Nations groups in Canada. According to Harry, reconciliation cannot exist without truth, and he believes he's already shared his truth with the world. So now, the ball is in their court. But the royal family operates under a very different code. Never complain, never explain. Well, at least that's how most avid supporters are saying. And while Harry's approach has been raw and emotional, theirs has been silence. Calculated, cold even, but effective. The palace's only official response was brief and dismissive, that the courts had repeatedly and meticulously ruled on the issue of security. Nothing more, nothing emotional, and absolutely no engagement with Harry's public outcry. Meanwhile, the damage continues to mount. Harry says he's devastated over losing his security case and feels let down by the system. He believes he's been singled out since leaving the UK and claims the palace even discouraged other governments from offering him protection abroad. The court, however, was unmoved. England's second most senior judge, Sir Geoffrey Voss, ruled that Harry's sense of grievance did not translate into a legal argument. He called the removal of Harry's armed guards a predictable and understandable decision following Megxit. So now, not only is Harry left without the protection he wanted, he's also facing a crushing legal bill close to £1.5 million. That's a bitter pill to swallow, especially when you're still trying to maintain the illusion of being half in, half out of the royal system. And all of this only deepens the divide. While King Charles continues his public duties, smiling, waving, quietly fighting cancer, his youngest son is in California, accusing him of abandonment, hinting at his mortality, and pleading with a public that's quickly running out of patience. The question now is, where does this leave Harry? Because if this latest interview was a call for compassion, it may have backfired. People are tired of the back and forth, the mixed messages, and the timing that always seems to make the royals look cruel, just when they're at their most vulnerable. This isn't just a family feud anymore. It's a public saga, one with real emotional stakes, international headlines, and now whispers of a dying king caught in the crossfire. So we have to ask, did Prince Harry go too far this time? Was this just a son's raw emotion spilling out, or a calculated play to force the palace's hand? And will there ever truly be a path back for him, for Meghan, or for the family they left behind? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe for more royal drama, and don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss an update. Because if Prince Harry keeps talking like this, we might be hearing his truth, but we're watching history fall apart in real time.